I moved to the west side in 1986, I think. Riverside Park, no one came here. The whole park was full of trash and it was terrible. And right away I discovered there was a garden here and I came right down and volunteered.
I was Riverside Park's first administrator, and I came upon this bare space and there were people working on it, and they had planted a sign that said, "Garden People Garden." And I said, "What? That's not in my plan, but there should be a garden here." The garden people were kind of nomads. They didn't ask anyone's permission, but they were there and they knew what they were doing and they were organized. I'm here near this garden and Joanne pops up. She won my heart. She was a great representative. And I recognized that Joanne would be an excellent person to help us stretch our meager resources, because she knew people in the park and she knew how we could help them.
I've been involved in the park for many, many years, and Joanne Morse was the first person I met associated with Riverside Park Fund. She was the first volunteer coordinator. She gave that program the spirit that it has. I often refer to it as the lifeblood of Riverside Park. You can fix up a park in many ways, but when the community itself comes in to make it better, there's just something so special about that.
In her early days, she used to produce these printed sheets, and I think it's so special to think back to this analog time when the only way that you knew when to show up was to have this little printed postcard that she would painstakingly catalog and then mail out to people around the neighborhood. It's really remarkable.
I met Joanne in the mid-1990s when she was charged with establishing a native plant garden. When I started working with Joanne, I didn't know anything about planting, knew very little about native plants, but I believed in the mission. It was a thrill to be part of something brand new to the park, and in fact to the city. Joanne was great fun. She was very calm, she was knowledgeable, she was helpful. Everything I learned about outdoor gardening, I learned from Joanne.
She's so much fun to be around. I can hear her laughing. When she gets you going on something, you're not working, you're having fun.
She was organized and she was appreciative. And her favorite statement was, "Great job." Anybody who knows Joanne recognizes that sentence of great job. Joanne established the DNA of Riverside Park. Hey, all you really have to do is just look. Look at this garden.
Joanne was there at the beginning, and she's still out here, still committed, still working hard on making the park better.
Joanne, I just want to say you are a perfect example of a regular person who makes an extraordinary difference.
I can't thank you enough. It's been an absolute joy.
Joanne, thank you so much for everything.
Good job, Joanne.